There are lots of sounds you like to hear when you play sports. The swish of a net, the crack of a bat, the roar of a crowd. But as Tyler reports, one thing you don't want to hear is a pop.
I took a shot and I hit the goalie, so I tried to turn for the rebound and I just heard the pop.
That popping sound came from Jessica's knee. As captain of her lacrosse team, she spent the rest of her senior season cheering from the sidelines.
Get it back, Bronxville!
Her injury, called an ACL tear, is increasingly common among today's hard-charging young athletes.
They twist their leg, and the lower leg stays in place and the upper leg twists, and they feel a pop in their knee. And that's what happened to her, unfortunately.
ACL stands for anterior cruciate ligament. Here's how the expert explains it.
If we look inside the knee, we have the two cruciate ligaments, the ACL and the posterior cruciate ligament behind that. The injury that Jessica has is a torn anterior cruciate ligament, and it's very typical for teenage athletes, particularly girls.
Why girls? The doctor says it's because of the angle between a teenage girl's hips, knees, and the ground. It's more of a V than straight up and down.
They're much more likely to get in a position where their knee kind of points in towards the middle when they twist their leg and foot. And so for that reason, they're more likely to have this injury.
Jessica's a fighter. She's working her way back from surgery to repair her knee.
Every time it makes you contract, squeeze with it.
Almost there.
A sports medicine specialist is helping to prevent scar tissue from blocking her knee's range of motion. It's not easy.
Awesome job. You're doing great.
It's painful to get range, which is just when he bends your knee so your foot gets to your butt. It really hurts.
Jessica is also working on building up her muscles, and the outlook is good for a complete recovery.
The good thing is with surgical procedures nowadays, with a non-contact sport, they can go back in about 6 to 8 months.
That means Jessica can get back in the field in the fall.
I hope to play college lacrosse all 4 years and to just be back at full strength by next season and to play well and keep getting better.
You might be wondering how Jessica's parents feel about that.
I'm presuming that there are things she'll do as far as training to try to minimize the chances of it happening again.
Bye-bye.
There are things girls can do, both after they're injured or even better, before. By stretching and building muscle strength, Jessica's teammates might be able to avoid that awful popping sound.
So when we warm them up before a game, we come up with stretches that we think engage all of those muscle places without putting undue stress on them. And for us, yoga works.
I'm a big believer in preventive strengthening. We want girls to play sports, but girls need to start about 10, 11 years old on learning exercises to prevent ACL injuries.
And it's not just girls. People of all ages can learn more about how to prevent ACL injuries. We have a link to info at teenkidsnews.com. I'm Tyler, and that's sports for this week.